Caitlin Clark just did something that no athlete has done
Since Michael Jordan changed the game forever, nobody thought another star could shake basketball like this again. But Caitlin Clark is doing exactly that. Her new deal with Wilson just broke the internet. And here's the wild part. Her signature basketball sold out in only 40 minutes. That's not hype, that's history in the making. And it doesn't stop there. As a rookie, she's already doubled attendance numbers wherever she plays. Fans are showing up just to watch her work. She's smashed an unbelievable 62 records already, numbers most players never touch in a full career. But here's the twist. Not everyone in the WNBA is happy about it. Some veteran players are clearly feeling the heat, watching a rookie steal the spotlight overnight. Yet, even with the jealousy swirling around her, people are starting to say the one name nobody expected, Jordan. And honestly, when you look at what she's doing for women's basketball, that comparison might not be so far off.
Like, no one ever said there weren't ever great players before Caitlin Clark. There was never phenomenon, not in my lifetime, with women's basketball. And I went to UConn, so I've seen plenty of great players, but nobody's ever moved the needle in my life.
Just like Jordan flipped the NBA upside down back in the 80s, Clark is now doing the same thing to the WNBA. Her numbers aren't just impressive. They're rewriting the rulebook, and veterans are feeling pressure like never before. Quick pause. If you're enjoying this, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Believe it or not, over 83% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It costs nothing and takes 2 seconds, but it really does help us out a lot. Already subscribed? Awesome. Thank you for the support. Now let's get back into it.
Caitlin Clark's signature basketball, making her the first athlete since Michael Jordan to get their own signature basketball from Wilson. She also becomes the first WNBA player to get her own signature basketball.
Remember how fans used to line up for days, sometimes camping out overnight, just to get their hands on a new Jordan release? That's the kind of energy we're talking about. Now, Caitlin Clark is pulling off something almost nobody saw coming in women's basketball. She's hitting that same level of market-shaking power. Think about it. No female athlete since Jordan has ever had her own signature basketball line. So when Wilson teamed up with Clark, it wasn't just a business deal, it was a moment in history. And that's shaking things up behind the scenes too. WNBA veterans are watching this whole ride with mixed feelings. Take Sheryl Swoopes, for example. She used to doubt Clark when she first stepped up from college. Now, even she can't deny the business impact Clark is having. Her name is popping up in the same conversations as Jordan's, and that's putting real pressure on the old order in women's basketball. Things are heating up fast.
The first ever female athlete to have her own collection with Wilson, but just a heads up though, the entire collection on the Wilson website is sold out.
Even Wilson didn't see this coming. They underestimated just how badly people wanted these basketballs, and the numbers proved it. In under 40 minutes, thousands of units were gone. That's faster than people snapping up brand new gaming consoles on launch day. And this isn't just basketball fans buying in. This frenzy is spreading way beyond the usual crowd, sending real financial shockwaves through women's sports marketing. It's giving off serious Jordan-era energy, the kind where fans just can't open their wallets fast enough. Clark isn't just playing the game anymore. She's rewriting the money side of women's basketball. And here's the real story behind the story. She's reached a level of popularity that veterans have spent years chasing, often without ever getting close.
The designs are part of the Inspire series that Clark is doing in partnership with Wilson Sporting Goods. The tribute ball pays homage to Clark's time within the Iowa women's basketball team, and the Dreamer Ball is designed to encourage athletes to pursue their dreams. Both are available in sizes 3 and 6 at...
Every single basketball tells its own story, and together, this collection paints a full picture of how Caitlin Clark plays the game. Take the three-point ball in the lineup. It's built to show off her range, the kind of shooting that forces defenders to guard her from almost half-court away. Then there's the record-breaker design, a nod to her stat-stuffing nights that keep piling up. Every little detail on these basketballs ties back to something real about her game, something that's actually reshaping women's basketball right now. This isn't some marketing gimmick slapped together for attention. It feels earned. Then there's the crowd-favorite ball, and honestly, this one might be the most telling of all. It captures something you can't measure with stats. Her ability to turn any arena into an electric, buzzing room the second she steps on the floor. Watch the stands when she walks out. the whole mood shifts instantly. People who never cared about women's basketball before are suddenly locked in on every possession. That's the difference between being a great player and being something bigger, a name that pulls people in who weren't even looking. Even the small design choices carry meaning. The geometric shapes on the ball form the number 22, and the triangle patterns are a nod to the deep threes that fuel her scoring. The black and yellow colorway ties back to her college days. Nothing here feels random. And here's where it gets interesting. This whole reaction exposes something uncomfortable happening inside the league. Veteran players have spent years, sometimes over a decade, trying to build mass appeal, and most never got close to this kind of payoff. Clark did it in months. When a rookie's merchandise sells out faster than the newest gaming console on release day, that's not just a good sales month. That's a full changing of the guard, from athlete to full-blown cultural name. People who've watched her play, going all the way back to her college matchups, aren't holding back either. Some longtime basketball voices have flat out called her the best college women's player ever, no hesitation. And that's before you even get to the professional numbers. Because here's the thing, Clark isn't just another gifted rookie having a hot stretch. The deal with Wilson proves she's an actual force reshaping the sport. Before her first season even wrapped, the sales numbers alone put her in company with the biggest names the game has ever seen. And it raises a bigger question too. What's actually possible now for women in professional basketball, financially speaking? Outside of Kevin Durant, an aging LeBron, and Steph Curry, there might not be a single current NBA player more talked about right now than Caitlin Clark. So the real question the league has to answer is simple. How do you adjust to a reality like that? Some veterans clearly feel uneasy watching a rookie shoot straight to the top of the marketing world. But the smarter, more forward-thinking players see it differently. They see an opportunity. Because every bit of attention Clark pulls toward the WNBA, every sponsorship dollar that follows her, ends up lifting the whole league. Her success becomes a tide that raises every boat in women's basketball, whether people admit it or not. And by some measures, she's now sitting as the fourth most marketable athlete on the planet. Not just among women, not just in the States, worldwide. Then there's a move that had marketing analysts scratching their heads at first, but it ended up proving just how sharp her instincts really are. Instead of chasing high-end sportswear deals or flashy energy drink partnerships like most star athletes do, she partnered up to get her signature basketballs placed right next to the milk and eggs in Midwest grocery stores. Sounds strange on paper, right? But think it through. Nobody pictures a celebrity athlete rubbing shoulders with the cereal aisle. Big names usually go for luxury brands, high fashion labels, premium products. Clark went the opposite direction, straight into the everyday supermarkets where regular Midwest families actually shop on the weekends. And that's exactly the point. Picture it. Parents pushing carts under buzzing store lights, scanners beeping at checkout, and right there in the middle of the dairy aisle, Caitlin Clark's basketball sitting on the shelf like it belongs. It's not random placement. It's a message. It says she hasn't forgotten where she came from. The average person hits the grocery store more than once a week. You can't buy that kind of repeated, personal contact with a billboard or a skippable ad. Every trip down that aisle, her name is right there in front of people. And it's honestly surprising that some veteran players still haven't caught on to this approach. They've spent so much energy trying to be taken seriously as athletes that they missed something Clark understood from day one. Connecting with everyday people, in the places they actually go, is exactly what builds a lasting icon. That grocery store partnership puts her products directly into ordinary shopping carts across the Midwest. And the message underneath it all is simple. She's one of us. She's the hometown hero permanently rewriting what basketball can look like. And plenty of people are now saying, without hesitation, that she might just be the next face of basketball. Period. Something the NBA has been searching for ever since LeBron and Steph started carrying that torch alone. Just look at the viewership numbers whenever she takes the court. On average, 18 million people tune in to watch her play. That's triple the league average. She's pulling in a completely new audience. The kind of fans who've genuinely never watched a WNBA game before, but now ask when she's playing next. The numbers alone tell you something special is happening here. And like Jordan, she's one of the rare rookies putting up elite numbers deep into a postseason run, averaging over 18 points, close to 9 assists, 5 boards, a block, and 2 steals a night. From day one, She's been mentioned in the same breath as the greatest to ever play. This was never just about basketball sales. What Jordan did for the men's game, Clark is doing for the women's game, going beyond the sport itself. That distinction matters because it's what turns a great player into a lasting cultural figure. In fact, her marketability has now surpassed some of the biggest global superstars out there, including names like Messi and Ronaldo. While Clark writes an entirely new playbook, some veterans are still running the old one. She's building her own platform and inviting everyone along for the ride, while others chase the same traditional sponsorship routes that used to work. And what's wild is she stays completely true to herself through all of it. The grocery store partnership lines up perfectly with her background, and it shows. Naturally, this success hasn't come without friction. It's fair to wonder, would anyone not feel some jealousy watching a rookie land a shoe deal worth tens of millions before playing a single professional game? That gap between her modest league salary and her massive sponsorship earnings has become the center of real tension, sometimes overshadowing the actual basketball. Some veterans have responded with rougher, more physical defense. Not just strategy, but a statement. And it's not just perception. The double teams, the extra contact, it's noticeably more intense when she's on the floor. A rookie is now commanding a level of attention that players spent a decade building toward. It's hard to blame them for feeling some kind of way about that. Even basketball legends have weighed in. Charles Barkley didn't hold back, saying the league basically couldn't have handled the situation worse if it tried. His comments point to something bigger. The WNBA simply wasn't built for a player capable of shifting the entire financial landscape of the sport overnight. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. While Clark earns a modest league salary, she's generating millions for the league itself. A pay structure meant to keep things fair now looks more like an obstacle standing in the way of rewarding the players actually driving the growth. But here's what makes this story different. Clark isn't fighting with veterans or demanding special treatment. Instead, she's using her influence to make things better for everyone. She's already played a part in securing charter flights for every team and helping push through a media rights deal worth around $200 million, putting women's basketball into real primetime coverage. Those wins don't just help her, they lift every single player in the league, veterans included. This entire situation has become a mirror, reflecting everything the WNBA has needed to fix for years. Outdated marketing, limited reach, and a pay system that hasn't kept up with the money the game now generates. When a rookie earns over 100 times more off the court than on it, that tells you the structure wasn't built for someone like her. And through all of it, the pressure, the extra attention, the online chatter, Clark just keeps showing up and performing. She's not just surviving the spotlight, she's thriving in it. Even Michael Jordan himself stepped in to back her, saying the league needs to properly recognize what she's brought to women's basketball. When someone who reshaped athlete marketing forever says that, it carries real weight. It's not just another opinion in the conversation. It's confirmation of everything that's been building. So the real question isn't whether Clark deserves this moment. It's whether the WNBA is ready to embrace the shift she's creating, or whether it clings to the old way of doing things. Either way, one thing is certain, this isn't a passing trend. This is a full reset of what's possible in women's sports. If this story pulled you in, don't scroll past without hitting that like button and subscribing. It costs nothing, takes 2 seconds, and it genuinely helps this channel keep bringing you stories like this one. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Clark is the next face of basketball? Turn on notifications so you never miss the next update, and we'll catch you in the next one.